Hello, and a very warm welcome. For so many of us here in the UK, the approaching or arrived retirement years are meant to be a golden age, a time of peace, security, and the well-deserved enjoyment of our lifelong hard work. And for countless individuals and couples, the cash ISA has been seen as an unwavering pillar of that financial comfort, a truly safe tax-free haven for our precious savings. But what if I told you that this deeply held perception of safety might actually be a hidden vulnerability, especially for retirees, that inflation may be eroding your safe savings faster than you think? If you missed my latest update on the suspected changes to ISA limits, £20,000 down to £5,000 in 2025, you can watch it here. It's a quiet but persistent challenge that many retirees and those on the cusp of retirement across the UK are only now fully comprehending. While cash ISAs certainly offer the benefit of tax-free interest, the crucial question, especially as you draw on your funds, isn't just how much interest you're earning, but what that interest is actually worth in today's rapidly changing economic landscape. Because if your interest rate isn't keeping pace with inflation, the rising cost of living, then every single day, the buying power of your savings is quietly, insidiously diminishing. You're becoming, in real terms, a little less affluent, even as the numbers in your account seem static or only slightly increasing. This directly impacts your ability to maintain your desired lifestyle, to enjoy your hobbies, or even to cover unexpected costs that inevitably arise in later life. So stick with me as I tell you about the 4 key actions of what you can do today to protect your retirement. Let's look at the numbers, hot off the press, and with a specific focus for those in or nearing retirement. As of May 2025, the Consumer Price Index (CPI) inflation rate in the UK stood at 3.4%, while forecasts suggest it might temporarily peak around 3.8% in July 25, before settling closer to the 2% target longer term. The reality is that inflation remains a force. Let's compare that to typical cash ISA rates. While some of the very best easy access cash ISAs might currently offer around 4.98% AER, and a top 1-year fixed rate could reach 4.36%, many retirees often have their money in legacy accounts or with less competitive high street banks. We know from recent analysis that in January 2025, cash ISA returns were back in negative territory against inflation, meaning real-term losses for savers. For those on fixed incomes or drawing down their savings, this hits hard. Think about it from a retiree's perspective. If your long-standing cash ISA is paying 2.5%, and inflation is running at 3.4%, you are effectively losing 0.9% of your money's value every year. Now that might sound small when you look at a single percentage point, but compounded over the years of a long retirement, that becomes a very significant drain on your financial well-being. It means your weekly grocery shop demands more from your diminishing purchasing power. Your energy bills eat up a larger chunk of your income. And that much anticipated holiday, or home improvement project becomes increasingly out of reach. Not because you spent too much, but because your money simply buys less. Now, for those carefully managing a retirement budget, this constant erosion can feel like betrayal of the very safety you thought you had secured. This isn't just about missing out on potential growth, it's about a hidden risk that directly impacts your ability to live comfortably and securely in retirement. For retirees who often rely on their savings for day-to-day living expenses, essential services and unforeseen costs like healthcare or home maintenance, this quiet erosion of purchasing power can be genuinely distressing. It can force difficult choices, cutting back on social activities, delaying your essential repairs, or even impacting your ability to provide small gifts or support for grandchildren. So, what can we do about it? And what's the proactive approach? Do we abandon the perceived safety of cash ISAs entirely? Not necessarily for all your funds. The key here, especially for those in or approaching retirement, is understanding the purpose of your different savings pots and actively exploring alternative safe income options for retirees that can better protect and even grow your capital against the persistent threat of inflation, while still providing the stability and income you need. The urgency angle here is paramount. The longer your hard-earned retirement savings sit in underperforming cash ISAs, the more of your well-deserved wealth will be silently eaten away. This isn't a problem for tomorrow's generation. It's a very real and present problem for us today. Let's delve now into some practical options that could offer a stronger defence against inflation while still prioritising the stability and consistent income that retirees rightly seek. Option 1. Firstly, if immediate access to cash is essential, perhaps for your emergency fund or for short-term expenses in the next 1 to 3 years, you must be proactive in where you hold it. Don't simply leave your money with the high street bank where you've held your account for decades out of loyalty or habit. Shop around. As of July 2025, the market is competitive, particularly among challenger banks. We're seeing top easy access cash ISAs offering around 4.98% AER and some 1-year fixed cash ISAs reaching 4.36%. Regularly reviewing and switching your cash ISAs to the very best available rate can make a tangible difference to your real returns. Remember, always transfer your ISA funds using the official ISA transfer process to maintain their tax-free status. Never withdraw the money and then redeposit it, as you'll lose the tax-free wrapper. Option 2 is exploring fixed-term savings beyond ISAs. Be mindful of your PSA. While cash ISAs offer tax-free interest, it's vital for retirees to remember the Personal Savings Allowance, PSA. This means that many individuals can earn a significant amount of interest tax-free in any savings account, not just an ISA. For basic taxpayers, that's up to £1,000 per year in interest, and for higher rate taxpayers, it's £500. With current interest rates, you'd need a substantial sum in savings to exceed these allowances. For example, if you have £20,000 in savings earning 4%, that's £800 in interest per year, well within the basic rate taxpayers' PSA. This opens up the possibility of considering competitive fixed-rate bonds or regular savings accounts that might offer slightly higher rates than some ISAs, especially if you're not exceeding your PSAs. These accounts can be a good option for money you don't need immediate access to for a set period, e.g. 1 to 3 years, providing a guaranteed return. Just be mindful of withdrawing restrictions. These are generally not suitable for emergency funds. Option 3 is diversifying with stocks and shares ISAs for income and growth. Now, for the portion of your retirement savings you don't need in the immediate future, typically money you won't need for 5 years or more, we need to talk about stocks and shares ISAs. I understand that the word stocks can sometimes conjure images of volatility and sleepless nights, but it's crucial to understand that for retirees, the focus isn't necessarily on high-risk, high-growth speculation. Instead, it's about income-generating investments designed to provide a steady stream and, crucially, offer a better chance of beating inflation over the longer term. For retirees, this could include dividend-paying companies. Investing in well-established, financially strong UK and global companies that have a history of consistently paying a portion of their profits back to shareholders as dividends. These dividends can provide a regular, potentially inflation-beating income stream, all within the tax-free wrapper of a stocks and shares ISA. Could also include income funds or multi-asset funds. These are professionally managed funds that invest in a diversified portfolio of assets, often including a mix of dividend stocks, corporate and government bonds, and other income-producing assets. They aim to generate a regular income while spreading and managing risk. These can be particularly attractive for retirees who prefer not to manage individual company shares. Then you could include investment trusts focused on income. Many investment trusts are specifically designed to generate income, often from a broad range of underlying assets, and can offer consistent dividends, often smoothed out even if market performance fluctuates in the short term. Historically, equities, that's shares, have offered a significantly better chance of keeping pace with or even outperforming inflation over the medium to long term, especially when compared to cash. While the value of investments can go down as well as up, diversification and a focus on established income-generating assets can help mitigate risk, making this a more suitable option for a portion of your retirement funds. Your £20,000 annual ISA allowance for the 2025-26 tax year can be split across different types of ISAs. This means you can contribute to both a cash ISA for your short-term needs and a stocks and shares ISA for your longer-term income and growth objectives. This allows you a blended approach, keeping some readily accessible cash secure while allocating a portion to investments with better inflation-beating potential to safeguard your future purchasing power. Lastly, option 4, let's rethink annuities and strategic pension drawdown. Beyond ISAs, let's briefly touch upon your wider pension planning, which is often the largest asset for retirees. If you have a defined contribution pension pot, you now have a significant flexibility in how you access your money. Let's take annuities. Whilst they've had a mixed reputation, annuities can provide a truly guaranteed income for life, which for some retirees offers immense peace of mind. Crucially, you can often choose for this income to increase each year, either by a fixed percentage, e.g. 3% or 5%, or directly linked to inflation, such as the retail price index. This offers absolute certainty against inflation for a foundational portion of your retirement income, though your starting income will typically be lower for an inflation-linked annuity. Moving on to pension drawdown, this offers maximum flexibility, allowing you to keep your pension invested and draw an income as needed. If your money is wisely invested in inflation-aware, income-focused funds, within drawdown, the investment growth and dividends can potentially allow you to increase your income year on year to cover rising prices. However, this option carries investment risk and requires careful management to ensure your money lasts throughout your entire retirement. It puts the responsibility for managing your income and investment squarely on your shoulders, or that of your financial advisor. This decision is complex and deeply personal. The government's Money Helper service and PensionWise offer free, impartial guidance on your pension options, and it's highly recommended to utilise these resources, especially if you're aged 50 or over and have a defined contribution pension. They can help you understand the pros and cons for your specific circumstances without giving financial advice. Alternatively, do seek the advice of your financial advisor. So why is this hot off the press? And why such urgency for those in or approaching retirement? Because while inflation has shown signs of easing, it remains a persistent and unpredictable factor in the UK economy. The Bank of England's recent decision to maintain bank rate at 4.25% in June 25, after a previous reduction, indicates a continued cautious approach. Economic forecasts still suggest that while inflation may dip, it's a constant battle to keep it at target, and its impact on static or low-yielding savings is immediate and ongoing. The message is clear, especially for those carefully planning their retirement. Relying solely on traditional cash ISAs for your entire retirement pot without actively seeking competitive rates or diversifying a portion into inflation-beating assets is a gamble you might not be able to afford. The hidden risk isn't a distant future possibility. It's a present reality that is silently eroding your hard-earned financial security. Every day you delay reviewing your savings, every month your money sits in an underperforming account, inflation is quietly chipping away at your financial security. The time to act and protect your hard-earned retirement is now. And here's an all-important summary of the 4 key actions of what you could do today to protect your retirement. Number 1, review your current cash ISAs. Immediately check your interest rates. Are they competitive? If not, investigate transferring to a better paying provider via the official ISA transfer service. Number 2, understand your personal savings allowance. See if you can benefit from higher rates in standard savings accounts or fixed rate bonds without incurring tax. For those portions of your savings that don't need the ISA wrapper. And 3, explore stocks and shares ISAs for income. Educate yourself on income-generating investment options suitable for retirees. Consider speaking to a regulated financial advisor who specialises in retirement planning. They can help you assess your risk tolerance and build a diversified, income-focused portfolio aligned with your own long-term retirement goals. And finally, 4, review your pension options. Utilise free, impartial guidance services like Money Helper or Pension Wise to understand how your pension can provide inflation-protected income through annuities or strategic drawdown. Your retirement should be a time of peace of mind, free from financial anxiety. By proactively addressing the hidden risk of inflation in your cash ISAs and exploring these alternative income and growth options, you can ensure your savings work harder for you, protecting your purchasing power and securing the comfortable, independent retirement you've earned. Don't let inflation silently steal your financial future. Do act now before it's too late. Thank you for watching. I hope this information empowers you to take control of your financial future. Please like, share, and importantly, subscribe for more of these essential, hot off the press financial insights designed for us UK retirees and those planning for our golden years. Bye for now.